Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And this morning is yet another amazing guest. She's actually, I believe, a returning guest on the show. Met her at a mastermind here. Yep, she was on in August. Met her at a mastermind, one of our last masterminds. And she's a fantastic person who's got awesome life and business experience, and was the vice president of recruiting and training department at a mortgage company. She's a USAF veteran of 23 years of military and government work, combined as a senior intel analyst, combat targeting. She's also a figure competitor and has competed in the NPC professional fitness competitions. So we are going to hear about her journey this morning with internet marketing. Please help me welcome April to the show. April, good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Super excited.
Nice to see you again. So you were at the mastermind. That's where we connected and met in person. And you started this kind of whole journey, I guess, back in 2022 after you got sick and almost lost your job. Take us back to that time and help us understand what was going on in that time of your life and what motivated you to want to get started in this.
Absolutely. I was, as you stated, I work for a mortgage company. I'm a vice president of recruiting and training now. But I was a sales manager back then. I ran a team of about 9 or 10 loan officers, and you're constantly on the go. You never slow down, and having a military mindset, I have no off switch. So from the moment I wake up till the time I go to bed at night, I'm going. So when you start to have things happen to you physically, you tend to ignore them. You know, the little slight things that happen. It'll take time that you have to leave what you're doing to go to a doctor. I kept blowing them off, and come full circle about a year later, my body just said, "You're not ignoring this anymore," and I ended up in the hospital. Come to find out I was an AFib, and you think that's for old people. I'm 29 plus 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 plus, but I still feel like I'm in my 20s. And but it knocked me down. And while I was in the hospital, they weren't sure how long I was going to be there. I was about a week in, and my bosses started talking about they were going to have to put my team with other people. They were going to have to dismantle my team, and they weren't sure what was going to happen moving forward. They have to replace you. It's a business. And although I was still employed, they didn't let me go. That scared me. I thought, what if I can't go back? What if my body can't continue with the same type of pressure or stress? What am I going to do? And, your phone's always listening to you. And I'm having these conversations in the hospital bed with my husband and my parents and my kids, grown kids, and kind of freaking out a little bit. And all of a sudden, all these things start coming across my screen: working from home, work online. And I started seeing all these men and women promoting Legendary. And that essentially is how I got started. That was October of 22. And I bought the blueprints in December, and started the blueprints in between the cracks of life. We did go back to work. Health is good. But started doing Legendary in January of 22.
And how did this business or journey differ from your career? How did it differ from what you were doing in the loan and mortgage industry? And I guess, how does it?
So not at the time, and let me rephrase it. I started January 23 with Legendary, but I at
How
the
do you
time it didn't differ.
do the two? I mean, what are the needs that the two fulfill for you?
Oh, okay. So I guess for me at the time when I started it initially was to make money and get rich quick. I saw these women making a ton of money, and 2 hours a day and all of this stuff. And not that they were all promoting that. You were seeing that rampant across the internet, that you could just do, go online and just show up and start making money. So at first, my initiative, my goal was, okay, I'm never going to run into this again. I want to go on here and make all this money right away so I can choose to retire early or continue what I'm doing. And if anything happens again, I'm set. And I don't have to worry about not having a job or whatever. But when I got in there and started doing it, my passion changed. My motivation changed. Kind of like what I do now as a recruiter. I recruit young loan officers to come in, and it's a life-changing job. You're talking about $200,000 chairs that they're sitting in, minimum. You know, they come out, come in here brand new, and I'm changing their life. They've never done this before. Same thing with this concept now that I've gotten in here, and I realize how much it's changed my life, how much it is not a 2 hour a day thing. It was not, especially not to start. It can be eventually, but coming into online and digital marketing, affiliate marketing, and doing all of this, I have changed so many other people's lives, showing what's possible. The ones that are willing to receive it, the ones that are not considering it a scam or running from it or lazy or want it to be overnight. The amount of life-changing situations that I've seen and been a part of has just been priceless for me. I don't get me wrong. I love being able to make money and support for my family as well. I'm in a place that if I did lose my job now, I have something sustainable that's running in the background for me while I'm at work all day. And then if I had to go full time with, I absolutely could and could continue forward with no stress whatsoever.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes, sir.
Um, what has 2024 been like, and kind of what is your strategy in 2025 for, building audience and just, generating leads and doing what we do here? Kind of what is, if you were could look at the years, 2022, 2023, 2024, what has each year been for you, and what do you feel like, or what has it taught you, or what has been the big breakthrough, and what do you feel like is coming for you in 2025?
So 2023 was a lot of shiny object syndrome for me. It was a lot of brand new to the space and a lot of running all over the place. I mentioned in my last live that I took the 15-day challenge. At the time, it was 15 days. Took the 15-day challenge. I bought on day 5. I was sold immediately. Talked with my advisor, purchased, and started in, and then started seeing people do like master resale rights and all these different things that were new to me. So I'm ADD, so I'm booming here and booming here, and I'm working on all of them a little bit at a time, right? I'm not solely in on one. So 2023, I did make quite a bit of money with MRR affiliate marketing because of what I learned with Legendary, all the different little pieces, but I was just all over the place. Nothing was like a sustainable business. It was just, I was making money here and there doing the little things that I was learning as I went. 2024, as I came into 2024, December of 23, I said, you know what? I had hired a mentor. Actually, he's a Legendary. I had met him through Legendary, and met him at the mastermind as well. 2024, I came into with the mindset, I'm going to absolutely stick to one thing. At the mastermind, that's one of the biggest things I learned to being successful is staying focused, staying the path, and getting good at one thing first, then adding these things on, and learning all of it from copywriting to all the pieces that make the business, right? I was making videos, and why aren't people jumping into my DMs? Why aren't they? I'm having onesie twosie comments. And then I learned automation. And then I learned I didn't have that set up to an email list. Even though it was taught in Legendary, I didn't do that part. I'm going to do April's way, right? But the mentor and the mastermind taught me staying focused, staying on one thing. So that's what I did for 2024 is I stayed the course. My favorite thing to do is affiliate marketing. That is by far the laziest, easiest for me, because I do work a full-time job and it does run in the background once you get everything set up for you, and you have all the automation set up. That's something that anybody can do. Starting from the basics of Amazon Associate is where I went first, got that set up, and that is as evergreen as it gets. That is running in the background. I don't have to have social media. I don't have to have any of that. It takes time and it's minimal commission, but it's running. I looked at it this morning. I had $79 I made. That pays for my gas for the week, right? So who wouldn't want their gas paid for free? So that started there, and then progressed on to affiliate marketing and learning and having that business running for me in the background. In the meantime, I started venturing out into blogs. You have an entire section on blogs. I think his name is Ford. I watched his entire section on blogs. Life changing. I studied up on Chat GPT, put the two together, and boom, you have anything that you want, any topic you are interested in, any niche is right at your fingertips. You don't have to be a writer. You don't have to be some outstanding copywriting guru. You use the two together and they make magic. You take your affiliate links, put them in your blog, and it's out there for people to go and see without you even having to be on social media. So what I've realized throughout the year, my focus for 25 is going to be teaching people, and I'm building a course currently that I'm learning how to build through Legendary. Everything is in Legendary, everything you need. Could have saved a ton of money had I just stayed there and stayed the course and not bought all these other courses. But in Legendary, teaching me how to build a digital course, and I'm calling it the backup plan. I didn't have a backup plan. So a backup plan out there for showing everyone what is available that you don't have to necessarily show up on social media. I was already on here. I have a fitness page. I was posting myself in a bikini and all, the thirst trappy, not on purpose, but fitness wise, right? So I was already out there doing that, had that page, but I wasn't monetizing it or doing any of that. I've now monetized that. I've now started a menopause mafia over there, a Facebook group for women going through
I
that
love
phase
that
of my
name, by the way, menopause.
yeah.
I mean,
So bunch of menopausal mafia women out here. So yeah,
hey,
look out.
I'm into the lion's den.
Yeah. So I put that, I'm transitioning that page using what I've learned as well on those two pages, and giving women a place to go have those conversations, and a place for them to go grab my workouts, grab menopause relief, grab menopause nutrition, things that we can relate to. And then I have my money making page where those people of all ages that are looking for either just to make extra money, even if it's just $100 a week. I mean, it's $100 a week. I mean, what could you do with that? Like, people look at it like I need millions of dollars. Start with the $10. Start with the $100, and whatever it takes to make that 100 is what it takes to make that million. I mean, it really does. It's that simple. Once you get it down, you just keep replicating it. I struggle with my biggest struggle of all through this whole year has been my email list. I would probably be 10 times more successful. And I consider myself to be extremely successful this year in the difference that I made as well as financially, just with this alone. But I did not focus on two things that I'm going to focus on mainly and provide that value to other people as well, was my content. I was finding myself just slapping things up there. Even though my mentor was screaming and shaking me, I was so busy. I was filling in the cracks of life with just slapping, and it's just kind of random, and it was confusing people, and so I had to kind of, I've now got a strategy in line. I'm pivoting as we speak, and you're going to see lifestyle content with a mix now of more selling and showing, not selling, but showing the value and showing what's out there for you to. And if you'd like to come through me, great. If not, this is what's out there. Go find who you align with and change your life. And then also the email campaigns. I was horrible at those this year. And I don't know how much money I lost not having a solid, and you give me everything. All the swipes are there, free. Chat GPT, all of it. You can, they're there. They're out there. There's nothing that I can't get from Legendary that's not there at my fingertips. So I'm going to focus on that and having better copywriting and sending emails to people. I was not doing that and following up with them. I was making a solid income and I was good with that. Now I'm just waiting to see how much I'm going to skyrocket just by adding that little piece this year as well.
Yeah, love that. And it's totally okay if that comes late for some of you who are thinking, scrambling, sweating, panicking that it's not all set up properly. I mean, you're listening to April's story and she's getting to some of these bigger pieces more, in a more intentional way 2-3 years in. And I
Right.
love that. I love that. And it's such a great lesson for all of us to hear, is that you don't have to have, again, I know this is not new, have everything perfect. It can actually be implemented, launched, but put attention on it years into, right? It's like, oh my gosh, wow, things are falling through the cracks because I'm not doing this one thing. Let me do more of this. And you surprise yourself sometimes, and it brings new kind of excitement. You realize, especially after did you say you had been generating leads and do have an email list?
I do, and I just wasn't using it.
Couple
It was,
hundred, couple of thousand people on
yeah,
it?
I'm into the thousands now after two
Okay, yeah,
years. The first year I didn't use it at all.
yeah, you've got, leads that you can communicate with, which once, I think for some of you, one of the big pieces that you're not really realizing, and I'm talking to everybody, everybody, is that when you nurture your email list correctly, you're not so dependent on generating front end leads, right?
Correct.
It's not all about just people seeing something out there on social media and in taking action on that, and that's going to determine if I get leads or make sales today. No, that's one part of the business that's bringing in fresh leads, but the meat or another large part of the business is just communicating with the people who already said, hey, I like what you got to say,
Right.
and giving them an opportunity to re-engage and buy something or attend a workshop or watch
And
a video, whatever.
that's the biggest thing for me now, that I was like my aha moment. So many women I run into that are just like, April, I don't want to be out there. I don't want my family to see me. I don't want to, do I have to go on there every day? You're super outgoing. I don't want to have to do that. I actually have two other pages that are faceless. And believe it or not, one of my faceless pages is doing, I'm repurposing content, and it's doing better than I'm like, maybe I should take my face off. No, but I'm saying there's so many ways that you can do this. But let's just say, let's look at what's going on right now, the elephant in the room, TikTok possibly going down, right, in January. God forbid that did happen. Would you be screwed? Are you relying on just TikTok? Or do you have a blog set up? Do you have your email campaign set up? Do you have all this stuff set up? So if God forbid something like a platform like this went down, your livelihood still continues. And when I saw that with my blog, when I saw that with just a couple of emails that I sent, and I saw a sale come through ClickBank last week, that from something I haven't promoted in forever on my fitness page, and it was from a post on a blog that's sitting out there that Google had recognized, and someone saw it and she bought from it. And it came in, evergreen, that's been out there for since last year. I haven't promoted that product for over a year, but that link was still there. And so just once you grasp that concept, because my mind was so like, I got to do posts, I got to do this, I got to be online, I got to, once the stress comes off, you don't have to show up every day. You just constantly nurture those things that you have available out there. You could take an entire blog and make everything off of that. It might take a little longer, but you can make a blog using just ChatGPT and affiliate links from whatever companies that you choose to partner with, and slap those on there, and just continue to learn about SEO and optimizing, and make a ton of money doing that. But I think what we do is we get so focused on growing my Instagram, and I know I did, and I've got to be here, I've got to show up, I've got to get this font right and that font right, and I just show up now. And I am trying to, because I choose to show up and use this as one of my pillars to make money from. I am trying to get better at that craft. I am using that as something to get better at during 2025, but you don't have to. You
Mhm,
don't have to rely on this. And how great would it be that, God forbid, something fell down and you're still over here making money and everybody else is scrambling? And now you can guide them to what you know and teach them, which is what I'm going to do in that digital course,
mhm,
is show them, that that's possible.
mhm. Good for you. What what would happen to your business if TikTok shut down? I mean, I know we have Instagram links up here. Obviously, you had mentioned some Facebook groups. Do you feel secure? Do you feel like you have multiple streams of traffic set up for yourself, that you're maybe not bulletproof, but at least protected from losing an account or something of that nature, a platform shutting down?
100%. Not to the level yet that I would like it to be. I definitely have, and most especially with like my Amazon influencer. Once I got all that up and running, that literally I never have to touch it. I can add another product if I get something new. I've done my entire house and garage, and like there's nothing left to do unless I'm out in public and I'm scanning some other product. But again, that's like 1%, 3% commissions. So and then my blogs and the little things that I have out there already are making me substantial amount, but not life-changing amount, if that makes sense. Like, would I be able to quit my job on it? No. I would still need the social platforms right now. My plan for 2025 is not to have to need the social platforms. I enjoy them. I enjoy being able to interact and nurture, and I'm going to get better and better and do lives and things this year. I feel like it's a disservice when you have the knowledge, and I've taken 2 years to learn all of this, to not share that with people. We get into this zone where we see people that know, and we see all the things that they're providing, and you think everybody knows everything already, and you're just regurgitating when there's millions of people out there that are just entering Instagram, just entering Facebook, just graduating college and coming and looking for something, like, or not even, or graduating high school and looking for something to do. And they're seeing you for the first time, and they don't know what an SEO is. They don't know what you know what I mean? You've got to treat every single day like somebody brand new is looking at you and you're teaching them. I used to brief soldiers. I'd be in a room of like 500, so 300 to 500 soldiers on any given day. And I would be standing up there, and I try to relate it to this because, some posts will get like 300. I'll be like, oh, I only got 300 views. Imagine you're standing in a room with 300 people. 300 people in front of your face, right? And I'm telling them at the time current intel. I'm trying to get them so that they know what's going on in the middle of the AOR that we're covering at the time in the Middle East, and I'm giving them this information and providing them value so they know what they're walking into when they get out there, right? Same thing here. If it's 20 people, if I'm providing value that's going to change just one person's life, doesn't that mean something to you? Wouldn't that make you feel like $1,000,000? Whether they bought from you or not, yes, the end goal is to make money. I get it. But if you come into this space with that mindset and that mentality, you can't lose. It will come. People will see your authenticity. They will see your relatability. They will see that you're genuinely there, and they'll talk to their friends. And slowly all that turns into a lucrative business, right? That's
Yeah,
the mindset.
it is. And I mean, you just laid it out
I
there
was
just
hoping to get one of those this time.
damn beautifully. I mean, it's like, uh, not much to add. This business is, it's exciting. It's an opportunity to be able to help people and serve people. And you know, you're right. There's a lot of similarities to a lot of things that you already did in your life, in your business. And I love how you use your experience from past things here, realizing that I'm not actually new at this. I'm new at this, what, like the title of this kind of internet marketing thing, but a lot of the things that I'm doing in here are things that I've done already in my other lines of work. And I just need to transfer that over. I just need to
Right.
transfer. I actually, just like I'm learning transferable skills here, I've also learned transferable skills in my past that I can bring here and utilize to connect, to just deliver more value. And my hope is that ultimately you all realize that this is not about the information business, selling products that are knowledge products, which is what we teach to sell here. It's not about um, being technically savvy or a technical guru internet marketer. This is not about coding. This is not about knowing how to sit at your computer and what to click and point. That is a part of setting up. It's almost like building the church.
Mm-hmm.
Building the church is not doing the sermon. Building the church is putting the walls up. So you have a place to stand on stage and people have a place to sit. This is the same way. You building your funnel is not the business, but people think it is. Building your funnel is getting the church ready in order to deliver the service.
Yep.
And so get the damn church built so you can deliver the service. And the service is something that you've been delivering a long time, as you just pointed out, April. You've been delivering the service to soldiers, and you've been delivering the service to people in your training department, your salespeople. Now you're delivering the sermon and the service to people out here on the internet. You're talking about maybe something slightly different, maybe fitness, maybe internet marketing, but the way in which the transferable skills that you've learned in these past places you can use here. And I love that you're tapping into that, and that you're learning that, and that you're realizing that, because it's so powerful, and it puts a little bit less pressure on ourselves to be so technically. Again, if I'm a pastor of a church and I want to help erect the building, doesn't mean I need to be a professional carpenter. Just means that I'm just putting some hands on to get it together, so I can do the sermon, right? And that's what we have to do as marketers. That's what we have to do as entrepreneurs and business owners. Sometimes when you move into a location and you own a salon, you have to remodel the salon to get it ready, so you can then cut the hair and do the work. And so those of you who, are confusing the business with getting the building ready, they're two different things. Getting the building ready is not being in business. Getting the building ready is getting ready for people to walk through the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's crazy because, people look at me and they're like, well, April, you used to do all. But they'll say things like, you used to stand in front of people. I was scared shitless every time, just like I was getting on here this morning. I am human, just like everyone out there. I worry about wrinkles. I worry about a filter. I worry about my weight. I worry about this or that. I have 2 grown children. One of them's an idiot. I have, I have real life stuff just like anybody else. I have a husband. Is everything perfect? No. Do we fight sometimes? Sure. Are we going to be together forever? Who knows? I hope so. I mean, you've met him. He's a great guy. And he's very supportive of this. He's in my videos. He is having fun with it, just like I am. He knows how driven I am. So, I have different, maybe not the same type problems, but I have problems. I have things, I struggle with finances sometimes. Back in the day when I first started, we set a budget on this, and no kidding, I drive and I'm only saying this for one reason, but I drive an F-Pace Jaguar, matte black, 600 horsepower, red interior, and I was using that to Uber Eats to get extra money to be able to on the weekend while I'm working this full-time job that I make a substantial salary at, because I wanted to, if there's a will, there's a way. And I would bring my 20-year-old son with me and have him get out and drop the food off, and we'd just zip around town, and I made a couple $100 extra to invest in my business, because I had made a plan and I had already spent that money. And there's just, it sounds silly, but I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way to make it happen. And that's what I did with this. And it might have taken me 2 years because I was working a full-time job, but I did it. And I did it because I didn't let anything get in front of me, or let my worries of everybody else, seeing a wrinkle or not seeing, seeing that I gained some weight, or so I started embracing that. And that's where it came into the other page where I learned all this from you, took it over to my other page with a recommendation of my mentors, Bonnie, Ryan, Sean, and went over there and started making that menopause mafia, sharing my, fitness things that I ran into. I gained a lot of weight when I got sick, sharing that part of it, having women ask me questions. I brought up menopause one day, and oh my God, I dealt with that too. I dealt with that too. And there's so many things. I thought I was going going nuts. I did. And so many women out there thinking they're going nuts. So I utilized what I learned on this platform to make a difference and show people, you're not crazy. I'm going through this too. Can you monetize something like that? Sure, you can. I probably will eventually. I have some fitness workouts on there that you can go grab for $7 or something, but you can probably chat GPT those too. But it's all about the relationship you build, that people gain that trust, and you learn all of this on here, and it's how bad you want it. Set a plan, stay the course, get everything set up. Don't rush in thinking, okay, I'm on here, why aren't they buying from me? Get it set up. Like you said, build that church, put the chairs in there, let the people sit in them and hear what you have to say. Some people are going to leave. They're not going to care what you have to say. And then some people are going to stay there and they're going to start putting money in the, whatever, because they want to hear more from you, and it just continues from there. So I can scream it to the rooftops. I've been with you from the time I bought the course, stayed here. I'll be out in Austin again. There's nothing greater than being in a room full of like-minded people and realizing you'll go in there. I went there thinking like, God, I don't know anything. Realizing in that room how much I knew and how much value I added to people that were just in that room.
Yeah.
How much I gained from the speakers alone. And how real you are and how you're just right there cutting loose on the dance floor and you're right with us and talking to everybody and your whole team. It's not like you're just buying from somebody who's just your number out there. This is a family. And I can't say enough how much this changed my life and how much I'm looking forward to 2025.
Well, hey, it's a pleasure to do this and have, clients like you. So you make our world a better place. It's been great. Thanks for
Thank
tuning
you.
back on, coming back on for the second time with me. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Austin.
Yes.
We'll send everybody to check you out over on your links, on your profiles on Instagram, the April Lynn and the Beast in Beauty. And of course, your menopause mafia over on Facebook. I mean, you're doing it all,
We
girl.
just got started. We're 70 deep right now, I think, like 67 deep.
Nice. Well, hey, I'll see you in Austin. Okay, keep up the great work. Stay legendary.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, see you later. All right, my friends, you can find and follow April on Instagram at April Lynn and the Beast in Beauty. All right, my friends, you can get all of our information about our curriculum and our programs at legendarymarketer.com/enroll. You can start our challenge. You can get information about our blueprints, get a ticket to come to our mastermind, as she mentioned, in Austin, Texas, January 31st through February 2nd, 2025. And if you'd like an accountability coaching call, one last thing, this is something that's been helping a lot of clients. You can email me personally at dave@legendarymarketer.com, dave@legendarymarketer.com, and we will give you a free accountability coaching call and tell you about our accountability coaching program. This is something that, if you have some information and you're looking or wondering why you're not taking action on it, what's holding you back, maybe you could use some accountability tips to help your accountability process, or you might want to hear about our program and why so many people are so excited about it. Email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com, just with the word accountability, and I'll CC you in with one of our coaches. You can have a free call today, tomorrow, sometime this week, whenever works best for you and them. All right, my friends, get out of here. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for all of the love in the comments. We always appreciate it. And I appreciate it for our guests. You guys are a great audience, a great community. I love you so much. I appreciate you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode. Get out of here. Have a great day.